Hi everyone, this is Alisha again with some yoga. We're just going to do a little 30-minute flow. And so we're going to start in a comfortable seat. You can be on the knees or flat on your bottom, or you can get a block between the legs. And we're going to start by just rubbing the hands together and getting them really warm. Building up some energy in the hands. And then we're going to place the palms on the cheekbones. And lay the hands across the eyes, over forehead, and sit really tall. Try to relax the shoulders and just find your yogi breath. In the nose, filling all the way up from low belly to tops of the shoulders. Exhale completely through the nose, pressing all of the air out. Belly button draws all the way back into spine. Before you inhale, fill all the way up again. So find your steady pattern of breath. Relax into it, still sitting tall and strong. Just notice how it feels to take full tanks of oxygen into the body. And then what it feels like to press all of it out to fill it all the way back up again. And go ahead and release the hands and shake them out. Then we're going to roll onto hands and knees. Stacking hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. We're going to warm up the wrists a little bit. So pressing into all 10 fingertips, widespread, lifting the palms, sitting down to tap right back up. So just starting to build up some heat and strength in the fingers. We want to feel that activation. Elbows spin and point back. Belly button draws up and in. And go ahead and set it down and take the fingers out to the sides, out to the mat edges, or maybe a little wider. Widespread grip into all 10, and then press so much into the right side you lean to the left. And then press into the left, leaning to the right. One more time. Sticking with that yogi breath. Coming back to center, going to point the fingers behind. You can bring them into the knees or out, whatever feels the most comfortable. Widespread, press into all 10. Nice big deep breath. Maybe start to lean back. We're just trying to find some length on the insides of the forearms. And then slowly ease yourself out, spinning the hands back around. Last one, this is the most sensitive, so you might start in at the knees, go to backs of the hands, fingers face each other. Find your cozy spot. You get a nice stretch up the backs of the arms. Slowly ease your weight onto the hands and try to press into all 10 fingernails. Nice big breath here. And then flip the hands right back over into that original position. Still widespread, gripping into all 10 fingertips like a little tree frog. Elbows point back, hugging the upper arms in. And we'll move right into some cat-cow. So inhale, belly drops, heart opens, looking up to the sky. Exhale, round, front body pulls all the way into back body. Inhale, back to cow. Try to take tailbone and back of the skull towards each other. Exhale, round, belly button all the way up and in to the spine. Moving with your breath. Maybe closing down the eyes. And just feeling this fluid motion become more and more smooth with each breath. We're pumping fresh spinal fluid and blood and oxygen from the tailbone all the way back into the brain. Just awakening everything. Energizing. Getting stuff ready to move. Come back on to hands and knees, flat back on your next inhale. And this time we're going to inhale and kick the heels in, looking up, opening the heart. And then exhale, feet set down and round. Inhale, kick the heels in, open up. Exhale, round. One more time. And on your next inhale, keep a flat back, still kick those heels in, and then we're gonna swivel the feet over to the left and crunch that left side. So left hip and shoulders are reaching towards each other, and then swivel over to the right, crunching that right side. And then one more time, moving with your breath to each side. And then coming back to center, setting down the feet, we're gonna come all the way down onto the belly. So go ahead and start in Sphinx pose. Elbows right underneath the shoulders, and try to pull the heart through the gateway of the shoulders. Take a nice big breath, just filling up the chest nice and wide. And then let the chest come down so you can slide the hands back against the ribs. Squeeze the arms into the body. Inhale, puff up the heart. Kiss the shoulder blades together in the back. So you're trying to sling the back of the heart forward in front of you. Taking a nice big inhale. Maybe you can lift a little bit higher. The breath might press you up. And if you feel good here, you can release the hands and take them back behind you. Palms face the sky. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Another big inhale. Open the chest. And then slowly come down, chin to hands in front of you. And we're going to bring our attention to the legs. So we're going to fire off both legs, flex both feet, lift both kneecaps, and then try to reach behind you with the legs as they rise up off of the ground. Taking a couple breaths in right here, filling all the way up. Really firing off the legs, all the way into the glutes, feeling the glutes connect into the lower back. Exhale, slowly lower them both back down. Maybe rock it side to side for a second. And then on your next inhale, we're going to fire it all off again, reaching those arms back behind you. Everything lifts up. Kiss the shoulder blades, flex the feet. Just feeling everything ignite, and that whole back body is awake. Find your full breath. And then exhale, melt all the way back down. Take one big breath into the back, opening it up. Maybe gently rock hips side to side. And then come back onto the forearms into that Sphinx pose. And we'll take the chin all the way over to the left shoulder. Opening the heart nice and big. Take a big inhale breath. Trying to expand into the right side of the neck. And as you exhale, maybe you can peek over the shoulder a tiny bit more. One more breath here. And then take the chin all the way to the right shoulder. Nice big breath filling up into the left side of the neck this time. And then coming back to center. Big inhale, puff up the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin, look underneath, round the shoulders. Maybe you can lift the belly, pull that belly button in. Maybe the hips lift, maybe thighs, maybe knees, so you can peek all the way back to the feet. And then on your inhale, slowly come back down. Knees, thighs, hips, belly, open the heart at the top. Exhale, round, pull belly in. Taking it only as high as your body's ready to go today. Inhale, so finding that fluid movement with the breath once again. Finding the core. One more time. Inhale, open it up at the top. Exhale, let the chest come down. Slide the hands back by ribs. Hugging those arms in. Pull the belly in to press the body up all together. Knees out wide. Toes touch. Sink it back for child's pose. Forehead comes all the way down to the mat, or you can bring the hands underneath the forehead, allowing the head to rest on the hands. Drop back into that breath, that yogi breath. Slow inhale, slow complete exhale. And just let the breath melt down into your hips, sinking you back. On your next inhale, roll back up, hands and knees. Grip into all 10 fingers. When you're ready, tuck the toes, take the hips up, downward dog. Pedaling out the feet here. Just easing into your hamstrings. Allowing the body to shift and kind of wiggle here, however it feels good, whatever you need in this moment. And take a quick mental scan, feeling those fingers gripping in. Forearms feel like they're lifting, elbows spin out and down towards the floor, shoulders down the back. Gently shake the head yes and no. Make sure your neck is soft. Belly button in, tail reaches for the sky. Inhale, come to tippy toes. Exhale, press the heels down. Inhale, tippy toes, keeping a bend in the knees. Exhale, press the heels down. Inhale, tippy toes, bend deep, look up to the top. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Watch those palms touch. Exhale, heart center. Let's find a quick mountain pose. Feet grounded, hip distance apart. Maybe toes lift, knees lift, belly in, tail down. Open the heart, spinning the pinkies inward to the body. Just take 2 of those big breaths right here, feeling all of that activation from toes up to the head. On the next inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank pose, holding for 1 breath. Squeeze those upper arms in, elbows spin back, belly in. Exhale, take hips up to the sky and back, downward dog. Little bend in the knees here so you can really take the hips up to the sky. 1 breath here. I'm going to take 1 little vinyasa flow to warm up. So on the inhale, we're going to ripple forward into plank pose. Exhale, this time we're going to come down, knees, chest, chin. So let the body slide against the arms. And then inhale, come up for cobra. Legs stay flat, open the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend in the knees, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Watch the palms. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find a flat back. Ignite the core. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. This time you can either do that knees, chest, chin, or keep the knees up, elbows hug in. Slowly just ease over the wrists as you lower down. Elbows and shoulders parallel. Inhale, upward dog, press into the tops of the feet, lift the legs. Exhale, downward dog. 1 breath here. Maybe sigh it out for a nice release. Inhale, right leg reaches long and strong. Exhale, bend the knee, pull it into the chest, shift to plank. Hold it. Inhale, come right back up to the sky. Exhale, knee in, shift to plank. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee in, shift to plank, and then step the foot all the way up to the top. Scissoring the hips here in your runner's lunge. So feet are dragging energetically towards each other. Gather the core. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. You can bring hands to hips or take them all the way to the sky. Trying to square the hips up with the front of the mat. Drop into your breath. Allow that nasal breathing to continually bring you back into your restful nervous system. Inhale, bring the hands out in front of you. Exhale, bow and arrow that right arm all the way back, finding a twist. 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale, pull belly in, that right hip really draws back. Inhale, back to the front, bring hands to prayer. Bend into that back knee, and on your exhale, float the leg up. It's okay to be wobbly. Try to find a 90-degree, flex the foot. Draw belly in. And then taking right hand to hip, Left hand to left knee, we're just going to open it up, keeping the foot flexed. Find a little spot on the floor a few feet in front of you to gaze. It's your stabilizing point. And then bring the knee back in. Reach across with that right hand. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, belly in and bow and arrow that left arm back. One breath in your twist here. Inhale, come back to the top, hands to prayer. Slowly with control, step it all the way back into that crescent pose. Inhale, one breath here. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. And this time we're going to take the right foot all the way back up into the sky in downward dog and open up the hip. One breath here. And on your next exhale, we're going to shift into plank and pull that knee into the chest and then set the leg like a figure 4 on top of the left leg, keeping the foot flexed. We're going to roll onto the right side for side plank, trying to crunch that right side together again as this right leg rests on top of the left. Gaze down, find where that left hand's going to come meet the mat. Slowly set it down as you turn over to side plank on the left side. You can bring that right foot down in front of you for a little kickstand. Or if you want full side plank, bring that right leg straight, maybe hover it in the sky. And try to bring this left shoulder and right hip towards each other, rising it up high to the sky. Inhale, peek down, see where that right hand's going to meet the mat. Roll over and glide the hips back, downward dog. Take a nice big releasing breath here. Inhale, left leg reaches long and strong. Exhale, bend the knee, pull it to chest, shift to plank. Pause, inhale, take it right back up. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, pull it in, squeeze, and then step it all the way up. Finding your scissor and runner's lunge, gathering the core when you're ready, rising up. Taking a couple of breaths here in the nose, out the nose, back into that restful nervous system. Inhale, take the hands out in front. Exhale, bow and arrow, left arm back. Inhale here. Exhale, really draw belly button in and draw this left hip back, peeking over the shoulder. Inhale, back to front, hands to prayer. Bend in that back knee. Exhale, float it up. Flexing the foot, knee at 90 degrees, belly draws in. It's like a one-legged mountain pose. So see if you can find all of that activation like a mountain. Gazing at your spot on the floor, let's open up that knee. And then closing it back in, reach across with the left hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow and arrow, right arm reaches back. Inhale, back to front, bring hands to prayer. If you fall out of it, come right back in. And then slowly with control, step it all the way back, crescent pose. And exhale, bring the hands down. Stepping back, this left leg goes all the way up and open for the hip. Taking a breath here. On the next exhale, shift to plank, draw that knee into chest, and then with a flexed foot, make that figure 4, other side, and roll onto the left side plank. Still trying to crunch the left side up, flexing into that left foot. Can do whatever feels good in the right arm. Maybe reach overhead, maybe even cactus, open the heart, starting to open more towards the sky. And then gaze down, find where that right hand's gonna plant. And rotate all the way over, right side plank. You can find that kickstand or go full side plank. Really crunch that right side, taking it high to the sky. Finding where the left hand's gonna go, bring it right there, and then hips glide back, downward dog. Take a release breath. Inhale, bend deep into the knees, looking up. Exhale, walk, step, hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Watch those palms touch. Exhale, heart center. take one breath here, feeling really grounded in through all four corners of the feet, opening the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank pose, hold for a breath. Really fire into those legs, pressing into the balls of the feet. This time, just go ahead, exhale, glide hips up to the sky, downward dog. Taking a breath here, check in with the body, feeling everything grounded and rooted in that needs to be. Taking hips to the sky, belly up and in, shoulders down the back, soft neck. Inhale, right leg reaches to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee to chest, shift to plank, pause. Inhale, back up. Exhale to chest. Inhale, back up. Last time, exhale to chest, squeeze it in, step it all the way up. Find your scissoring of the legs, gather the core, rise up. Nice big breath here, sink it in. Breath always brings you back to home. Bring the hands out in front, inhale. Exhale, bow and arrow, one breath here. Inhale, back to the front, hands to prayer, bend into that back knee. Exhale, float it up, 90 degrees. This time, we're going to slowly fold over into warrior three. So we're just going to try to make the body as parallel to the ground as possible. Taking that left leg behind us, flex into the foot, open the heart. You can keep your hands in prayer, thumbs into the sternum for a little support. Belly draws in. Maybe you take the arms out or overhead, or even reaching back into that Superman arms. Bringing hands back to prayer. Bend a little bit into the standing leg as you stand all the way up. Pull that knee in. Exhale, slowly step it all the way back into crescent pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant the hands. Step this right foot all the way back up into the sky in downward dog. Open the hip. Exhale, shift to plank. Pull the knee into the chest. Flex the foot and set it on top of the left leg, just like we did before. Rolling onto right side plank. Taking that left arm where it feels good. Option to straighten out this right leg. Flexing into the foot. You can point the toes. Flex them. And then bring the leg back in. Take the hand down to the mat. Rotate all the way over left side plank. Whichever stage of plank you need to take right now. And then exhale, roll back over. Full plank pose. And then choosing your vinyasa, you can set knees down or take the full thing. Nice cleansing breath when you get there. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, bend the knee, pull it into plank. Inhale, take it up. Exhale to chest. Inhale, up. Last time, exhale, pull it into chest. Really draw the belly in. Step the foot all the way to the top. Scissor, gather, rise when you're ready. Dropping back into your breath. Bringing the hands out in front. Inhale. Exhale, bow and arrow back. One breath here. Inhale, back to front. Hands to prayer. Bend in the back knee. Exhale, float to the top. Taking a second, find your spot on the ground. And when you're ready, slowly take it over and back into warrior three. Leave a little bend in that standing leg. Flexing the back foot that's lifted. Really firing off the leg, taking the arms wherever it feels good. Bringing hands back to prayer. Inhale, bend into both knees as you rise all the way up. Pull right knee in. Exhale, step it all the way back. Reach the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands. Taking this left leg all the way back to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. On the next exhale, pull knee to chest, shift to plank. And set that left leg on top of right, flexing into the foot. Roll over side plank on the left side. Option to straighten out this left leg, reaching it long and strong. Flexing into the foot. And then bend the knee in, look down, set that right hand down, roll all the way over right side plank. Crunching that right side. Look down, plant that left hand, roll over full plank, and then choose your way back into downward dog. Nice big cleansing breath here. Just let it all go. Take the knees out wide, toes touch, sink it back for child's pose. Really let the hips melt all the way back here. Let this be your letting go pose, and let the breath carry out whatever's ready to release. Inhale, reach the arms back out if they aren't already. Roll up. Come to the center of the mat. Cross the ankles and sit back. We're going to find boat pose. Boat pose can be with feet flat on the ground, the mat, if you want to. Just find a really tall, straight spine. Puff up the heart, opening the chest. Hands reaching up to the sky. Maybe the feet come up. Can go straight if you want. We just don't want to compromise the spine. So take a nice big breath here. And we're going to cross the ankles and pull them in, coming over onto the hands. Inhale for a soft vinyasa, so knees are out wide. Open up the hips and the heart. Exhale, press back, downward dog. One breath here. Take the toes out slightly at a little angle. Pull belly in and walk the hands all the way back to the feet, squatting down into Malasana. Hands to prayer, elbows inside knees, open up the heart. Plop down the bottom, come right back into boat pose, puff up the chest. And we'll just move one breath, one movement. So cross the ankles, pull them in, rock over as you inhale into that soft vinyasa. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale here, angle out the toes. Exhale, walk the hands all the way back, squatting down. Inhale in your Malasana. Exhale, plop down, boat pose. Inhale. Exhale, cross the ankles, pull in, walk it out. Inhale, soft vinyasa. Exhale, downward dog. One more little flow. Inhale here. Ankle toes out, belly in. Exhale, walk it back. Inhale in Malasana. Exhale, back down, boat pose. Inhale. Exhale, cross ankles, rock over. Inhale to soft vinyasa. Exhale, downward dog. Take a nice cleansing breath here. Let it come out the mouth. See if you can find just one moment of rest in your downward dog. Soften the neck. Feel the feet and the fingers grounded. Let the spine elongate. Nice big inhale, filling all the way up. And a full exhale, relaxing into the pose. Go ahead and bend into the knees and set both knees down at the exact same time. Cross the ankles, sit back over. Come to center of the mat if you're not already there. You're going to find that boat one more time, whatever level you want to take it at. Inhale, and then exhale. We're going to slowly melt down to half boat. Holding it for a breath. And exhale, pulling knees all the way and coming down. Give yourself a big squeeze. And bring the feet down to the mat. Coming down flat onto the back. Tuck the shoulders under. We're going to lift the hips slightly and slide them a little to the left. Pull knees in halfway and drop them all the way over. Teeing out the arms, look over that left shoulder. Inhale, fill up into this left side. Get as big as you can. And exhale, melt down, allowing the body to soften into its twist. If you get to be in the sunshine today, just allow yourself to really melt into the warmth of the sun, taking in all of the goodness it has to give to you. On your next inhale, come back to center. Lift the hips slightly, sliding to the right. Pull knees in halfway and drop them all the way to the left. Looking over that right shoulder. Sticking with your intentional breathing still. Inhale, fill up into that right side. And exhale, melt down. Every full breath is an opportunity for creating new space in the body and clearing out any obstructions that are ready to release. Inhale, come back to center. Slide everything under center. Get the pelvis flat, shoulders flat underneath you. Straighten out the legs. Getting ready for Shavasana. Palms facing the sky. Taking one more intentional breath together. Inhale, fill up the low belly to the tops of the shoulders. Fill it even a tiny bit more. And then exhale, let everything out through the mouth. Feel the body heavy and warm and soft, melting down into the earth, softening the face and the jaw, letting the tip of the tongue gently fall away from the front of the mouth, and allowing the breath to become neutral. If you need an extra long Shavasana today, feel free to press pause and stay here as long as you need to. Or bring your awareness back into your body by wiggling the fingers and the toes, rolling out the wrists and the ankles. On your next inhale, let's take the arms up overhead. Get the longest you've felt today. And exhale, drop everything back down. Bending one knee in at a time, roll yourself over onto your side, using your arm as a pillow. Let the belly drop to the ground. One more breath of release here. And when you're ready, you can press yourself up, finding a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed, hands come to prayer at the heart. And just take a moment here to think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. Thank you so much for joining me in yoga today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.